Yo, forehead, what's good? Is the music too loud? Alright, yeah, I'll turn down the music. Alright, when you get back, let me know how that is. Alright, so... I need to find some in the palm trees northeast of Taiwan. Okay. Right, yeah. I thought I picked those up. Maybe I dropped them. I'm almost positive I picked them up though. And then Arbor. I just didn't clean them. Okay. Makes sense. Mm, it's a bank somewhere around here. All right. So let's go ahead and just take out what I definitely will not be using. All right. I don't know how I got two of them. Doesn't matter, I guess. I gotta do my daily look through of coin prices. What's it looking like? Shit. Hang on, wait. Bro, what the fuck? In the last 24 hours, it's up 80%. Oh my god. Hey. Salute. Are we? What if I don't wanna? What about that? At this point, do I feel obligated? No. We're not friends anymore if you're not gaming Spire Tanks. Ugh, fine. But I won't like it. I'll be angry the whole time. You're not gonna take any profit from this, man? Yeah, it's I don't know. It's a giga company. Yeah, it's up there as far as size goes. There's no doubt about that. Few other few companies I would consider. Oh my fucking god, really? Okay. My asshole. God damn it. That was not good. But dude, holy fuck, Spider Tanks is still buggy as fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. I don't want to like I mean, if it becomes fun, it becomes fun. Like that, you know, whatever. But right now it just kind of feels like glorified flashlight tag, you know what I mean? Uh it doesn't have how to say this. Well, you know that glorified flashlight tag will be the best thing in the industry when it releases. That's a truly sad part. I don't know, Six Dragons is still kind of fun. uh, uh. God, I can't even say it. I can't even say it. Alright. I mean, it is fun. It's like fun, but it's not something I could do all day if that makes sense. Like, yeah, I don't think I'm saying. So I kind of stopped at Gala. I got some coins to look at still. What if we're earning $100? We're earning $100. We're earning $100. Um, that kind of ups the fun of it. You know what I mean? What shit, what was that game? It was like Hodl God or something like that. It was like on an Unreal Engine, and they would pay streamers something like $75 to. Did you ever check back on that game? I saw some YouTuber trying to pump that still. Oof. Godspeed. I haven't. Don't you have it installed? I do. Uh, just kind of, waiting on the right proper time to get involved, which may never be ever showing up because I don't want to play it. That game was rough though, but spin it up if you want to try it again. They are active. I just don't give much of a fuck about it. Yeah, same. I mean, the thing, it's like from what I remember about like the gameplay, it's basically just like quick draw. Like the mechanics of the game is essentially who can hit the like basically if I can CC you faster than you can CC me, then I win the fight. Um and that all boils down to like who has the lowest ping. And my ping was something like 200 or something. Like uh it was wild. So I don't I don't really I didn't really find interest in dealing with that. But hey, some people might enjoy it. That is not the place I wanted to go. Right here, CKR. Maybe if they add PVE. Ooh, now that might be interesting. But like max is 94 cents. Wax is 94 cents. Holy moly. God damn. Oh, here comes the wave of FOMO that I sold last night. No, not for real though. Travel to in South Kazari. You'll need to cut through some. Okay, well, why isn't it showing up on my? Hmm. Oh yeah, so I don't know if you care or not, but I dumped I dumped like 25% of my wax into that, or not wax, my I don't think we want to talk about it. Basically, I joined a fuck man. I'll just PM it. I'll message to you on Discord. How much are you trying to sell it for? 470. Oh my god, I was about to say, man. This is actually like the most annoying. This quest came out whenever, like, way back in the day, so it's just buggy as fuck. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that's the problem. Like when you're dealing with shit like this, when it's really mooning, you uh people don't want to like buy things with wax because like they're basically hopping off with a rocket ship, right? Yeah. Look, don't like I got lucky as fuck, man. Seriously. I got lucky as fuck. I'm not it literally all luck. I had no idea wax was going to do what it did. Clearly because I sold my wax at 80 when it's now at 94. So, what does that tell you? Click complete the. Oh, I'm not reading directions. Uh, I mean, some of the NFTs I'm gonna hang on to. Just because I still think they got a ways to pump. Could be wrong though. Could be all she wrote. I will say though, Um, what's it? What's the game called? If you can even call it a game. Yeah, well, judging it off the last buff, I'm fucking crying. I just hang on to the. I would just do the missions. Do the missions and like collect the. Do the missions and collect the coins that way. Right click complete the ransom node. Hitman dispatched. I really ain't like. I got lucky. I don't know. I don't know the odds of how lucky I got, but it had absolutely nothing to do with like skill or reading the market or some shit like that. I just decided I was like, oh, I want this instead of that, and so I just sold it. Like, and then I was lazy as fuck, and then just like, uh, that's the crazy thing about the market, man. You can just be a complete doofus and make money in ways that other people, like much smarter, more equipped people, should have prospered. My best decisions were doofus moves. Uh, it kind of makes you. It really. What's the word? It really makes you question your, if you know what you're doing, or if like what you think you know is correct. It's fucked, man. There's times when it's really like a mind fuck. Yeah, that's yeah, exactly. It's fuck, man. That butt uh is is stressing me out. What is he going to say? market itself has no correct moves. Yeah. That's the most, like... I mean, it's poker, man. At the end of the day, it's poker. You know, the best poker players can get beat by the dumbest of fucks. If they just have a better hand. What's more irrational? Not much. Yeah, exactly. It's a classic Phil Hellmuth situation. I don't know who that is. Yeah, exactly. Yep. That's my um that's my whole argument for why it's so hard to keep your head clear when shit like that happens. Because or at least I imagine it is, right? You start to question. Oh, you're questing, so you can't watch anything. No, I can watch. It's fun. Oh, it's 12 minutes. Oof.
And Jeff, if Phil Hellmuth, the big story here today, if you can win a 16th bracelet. But the other great story is Jack McClellan. The, Las Vegas Sunshine would be like last for a week.
Hang on. Copy. Paste. I gotta add it to my um there we go.
And Jeff, if Phil Hellmuth, the big story here today, if you can win a 16th bracelet. But the other great story is Jack McClellan. The Las Vegas Sunshine would be like last for a week if this guy was able to win the bracelet. He's such an icon here. He's a poker Hall of Famer. He ran the World Series of Poker for 11 years during the 80s and 90s. He brought this into its modern era. He was at the Bellagio as the tournament director for more than a decade during the WPT growth. He is just a beloved figure in Las Vegas, and if he can run this up, Las Vegas is going to be in a party mode.
King of Spades.
Had a heart transplant in 2016 and just absolutely loves coming to play poker tournaments, whether it's a 10K 7-card stud world championship or $400 buy-in at any of the casinos across Las Vegas.
King of Spades leads.
Uh-oh.
I guess this is a rant in progress about to come.
I do believe so.
when Phil loses his hand to trip fives, which is what we call rolled down, he had pocket fives and made a third five on the river.
Stud.
He's not going to be happy with losing with his jacks up. Particularly behind, also because he wasn't behind at any point of his hand.
And lift
This mother guy. Why? What is he doing? What the f? What the f are you doing?
Man, I felt the same way the other day about this guy, Phil.
Jesus Christ. What the f?
Like magic.
What was he doing? He came after me with fives. I raced under the gun after you limped in with the queen. What the f?
All right, enough of
Come
step
on.
two.
I'm enjoying it actually.
You're playing really good over there today, buddy.
The 89 main.
God, he's so irritated.
I often wonder how poker history might have changed. Because you never know. Phil Hellmuth beat Johnny Chan that year, heads up. Johnny Chan going for his 3rd straight, which would have been a record. If Phil doesn't win that year, obviously he's a very good poker player. But just, there's always a ripple effect. If Johnny Chan could man up and beat him that year, and he couldn't, then maybe we're not listening to Phil Hellmuth right now.
This isn't even
Who
the
knows?
bad ones.
We've seen Johnny Chan here and there, by the way, over this last year or so. I wonder if he'll pop up at the Rio. Oh boy. Hellmuth finds another king, but it's now 3 6s for Anzino.
Look at this. Is Phil concerned? No, he's not. And Ant decides to slow play his 3 6s. But obviously there's a decent chance that Hellmuth has 3 kings. So you got to be a little cautious. But so many people represent in this game. When you've got the high pair in position, the high card in position, sometimes you just fired it out to complete the bet.
So he
Sometimes
has.
you just have a smaller pocket pair. So it's actually just as likely that he has kings up as he has 3 kings.
So
and
he has
doesn't
an
even have kings
8%
up.
chance of
He's just
winning
got a
this
pair of kings.
hand.
Now
Does
he's
he
got kings
know
up.
this?
And now Zeno is filled up.
Now he has a
6 is
5%
full.
chance.
Wow, big hand. And Ant is handcuffed here because there is a chance, obviously, he's drawn dead to
He
the last
doesn't know
6 in
the
the deck.
exact numbers.
It could be
Okay.
kings full for Hellmuth.
I don't follow poker much at all, so it would be helpful if they showed like the actual numbers and then speculate on like what numbers he knows, unless I'm not,
This is quite the spot. It's Weesey.
unless I'm just
Zeno's the
ignorant
95% favorite.
and has a Bitcoin hat on.
Yeah, he's considering a fold here. He's not considering a raise because he's got to pay this
Good for
off
him.
and then the river. So this is this 40 and another 40. That's 80. Every pot big here, even 80. I mean, 80 is whatever 15% of his stack.
Oh, this was recent. See how he almost makes this
Check.
guy fold?
Just make the call. Hellmuth checks right away.
Unfortunately, I
worried by
don't.
that.
Like, I can't.
Dark check from Phil. You think?
Do
I
believe
can't
so.
tell. So, like, this guy. Hang on, I gotta move my. Oh, I can't move my.
Yep, you're right.
So the guy with the dark mask, is he?
Zeno will fire.
He looks like he's the new guy. And then.
Check calls.
Are we queuing Phil or not?
Survey says.
Yeah, the guy
Well,
with
Phil
the
actually knows this
green
time.
glasses is
That was
like
a different
the.
situation. So he won't rant. He might speak, but he's not going to rant.
You sure?
What's going on here? I get deep in these final tables and goofy shit happens. Come on. Every time I play lights out and goofy shit happens, they come after me with these hands. Wow.
Look at Ant's top 5 live
I thought you were bad
caches.
enough to have 4-5 in the hole. But
The
then I
series.
realized after I hit deuce deuce, you probably had it. But I've seen you do some weird stuff in stud. So.
He's playing stud.
How many
Stud, squeeze the cards instead of putting them down.
Please
Wait.
don't crack. There we
Oh.
go. God damn,
Raise.
thank you.
Call.
Zeno
I like it.
raising with 3 diamonds.
I like it, and the ace.
Heads up.
I think he now has a pair.
Did have split queens.
Bet.
Did he have split queens, or was that a king first?
So now he has a
got
70%
jack,
chance
so-
of winning the hand.
I think he has queen jack showing.
Yeah, so he did have split
Call.
queens. Okay. So it was legitimate. Big card here for
That's
Zeno.
about
and that one.
Diamonds
I'm
on
being
5th
very-
Street.
See you at the
Pandemic
river,
conscious.
poker brat.
Help me with fires.
Let me take out my recorder in case I beat you and want to, for keepsake, hear what you have to say afterwards.
Raise.
Oh
Zeno
my God.
raising.
Oh.
What the fuck?
Call.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You got ace, king of diamonds in the hole. All the aces and kings are dead, right? You got another set. What
So he just went from 70 to 52%.
Decent read by Helmuth.
It's good to
Yeah,
semi-tilt
he
him.
is always
It's
usually
diamond.
statistically likely to win.
Oh.
Oh goddamn!
Helmuth would just
And he's like a professional poker player, whereas this guy's like
goes check check.
a nobody,
His
right?
Another diamond.
Bet. Call.
this mother
Need emergency vehicles to the feature table.
money in there. Heals 5 of diamonds like it's nothing. Makes a flush. That's what I'm waiting for. Wow. I told you my queens are going to need to hold up, but
Oh,
Sure.
son of a bitch, that is sad.
King 1's so good. I know it's going to be a big pot. I know I'm going to have the queens, and they're going to have the draw. Motherfucker. All that money. I'm crazy, like I'm not going to eat out on 4 and 5. Guy.
Thanks, Steve.
If there is a hospital cart within a half a mile of the Rio, please bring it to the TV table. We will wheel off Phil Helmuth.
Damn motherfucker. Knew it. Punishing me, pops me on the turn with a diamond draw and an ace. There's like 1 ace left. How does he get rewarded for that bullshit play?
What's like the statistical
People
odds
play
of
their hands
this?
against me. That's why I win all these tournaments. Miracle river. God damn it! What the going on here? Oh, the miracle diamond.
4 of diamonds.
He popped it every street like he was going to get me
Happens
out
all
of
the
there. Some
time in poker.
bullshit. All the kings and aces are
sorry.
gone. What the
Listen
It's
to
a
Phil.
7,000 bid.
so
He added all this, or is it this? I'll just do it.
That's the thing. You
It goes
roll,
live.
guy.
you roll the dice that many times, it's gonna
Phil's
land
sitting tall.
on 90%.
And he knows
like,
in his mind, and I can't blame him, that he's better than these other
you just
three
gotta
players at
accept
stud.
it.
And he probably is.
He's
got the
actually-
results. He's
It
done
sounds
a long
really
time. He's
cringe
also
to
played
say
stud,
like
obviously,
I'm
in
some
the
sort of
horse.
fucking monk.
He's got to play stud
But
to the horse, which he has
in
a
a
good
high
record at.
stakes thing like that,
Bet.
he actually
And he's gonna go with
loses
this.
twice. So, well, actually, if you want my honest opinion, he actually loses 4 times, and 3 of those times are actually in his control. One of them is out of his control, which is the hand tossing. But in that moment, you cannot lose your composure. It is scientifically proven that if you allow yourself to fall into that irritation, you do become
Going to commit with the
your
king, queen, 5, couple
skill
diamonds.
drops significantly.
Two big cards. Good enough for
and,
Phil to come in here with just no,
it's all by
no wiggle room
choice.
at all.
I know that. I know it sounds
29.
real. What's the word? Like,
Looks
is
like
it this?
ace 9,
Is
7
a
for
decade-long
Cos
pro.
Gutierrez.
He's all right.
Make it a 10.
Oh, I'm not saying that he's not good. I'm saying that he's like, when you get upset like that, you
Wisconsin is behind Bolivia.
it's actually a bigger loss than
29?
the
Not
hand that you
Ace
just
high.
lost.
This ace high
Ooh,
is better than that
I mean, he
ace
doesn't
high.
tilt his gameplay.
The whole card's in the box.
Oh, you don't think
Hellmuth
so?
looking to chip up. Would get back up to 146,000. If he can hold here, 3 streets remain.
He doesn't tilt his gameplay even when he gets mad.
What's to come on 5th? Just a 3 for Hellmuth. And a deuce for Paz Gutierrez. The deuces are best.
Yeah.
That's one nail in Phil's coffin, but he can rally from it.
Still no pair for Hellmuth.
If Paz Gutierrez does not improve, Phil just needs to pair one of his 6 cards.
Because the guy with the rune longsword just happens
over if
to
Paz Gutierrez
spec a
improves.
42-42. Like, that's the thing.
Didn't improve,
like,
unfortunately, for
in
Hellmuth.
RuneScape is so much like poker. It's probably why it's so addicting to a lot of people.
Doesn't either. And that's
It's
it
a pleasure.
But
for Phil Hellmuth.
Yeah.
Out in 4th.
like, you can just get into a PK fight with
$54,730.
somebody,
And
and
yet
they just
another
keep like
final
max
table this
hitting
series.
you,
3 final
And-
tables.
and there's nothing you can do
Palpable
about it.
disappointment from him.
1 all in the whole tournament.
3 final tables, no more, no 16th bracelet.
God. That is fucking rough. But it's part of the game. And yeah, you either accept it or you don't. Oh shit, you got another one for me. This one might be big. Yeah, 21 minutes. I'll watch it later. Right now I'm just chilling. I don't feel like I'm able to give, like, I'm trying to I don't know. I just feel like I got the deal. Part of the game. Whenever you put money in, there's got to be a better thing for me to say about this. Basically, well, my opinion is just, I think, different than yours. I think the biggest issue is actually getting upset about things like that in those moments. I think, yeah. I think in those moments you should. It's a bigger issue getting upset than. Okay, I can't speak for everybody. I can say, me personally, I feel it. I definitely feel it. I know I definitely play worse whenever I guess people's cards regardless if he's up. I don't think so. I think it does affect him. I think he's still a really good player. And maybe not. Did I just kill myself? I Can we agree that being upset is a distraction? Not to somebody who knows exact. Right, because a lot of it for them is just like autopilot, right? A lot of it is just simple muscle memory. That I agree with, yeah. I ain't got shit. There's such a thing as being so professional that literally nothing can change your performance. Nothing psychological, at least. Obviously, if you got shot, it would. The problem I'm like so quiet is because I'm seeing this splintering into so many different avenues. So like, I could potentially see poker being something that being upset would not affect you as much as something that's like very like playing a sport or something like that, or something that, or like being like a neurosurgeon or something. What, like a 100? Yeah, exactly. Like if you have other distractions in your head, you're not going to hit your optimum performance. And yeah, I don't know, man. Again, yeah, physical stuff will mess you up. Okay. I think we right. Yeah. So like I could see it's something that constricts your body. Yes, I could see that being a big, like, the more physical it is, the more I could see it being like the more of an impact, but non-physical competition. Right? Yeah. So yes, I like, I guess because there is, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but like, you're right. I think you're more right than I am. That poker is just one of those competitions that is like so. First off, so much of it is out of your like control, and then the stuff that is in your control is so, like, it's so muscle memory. It's a lot of it is autopilot. So, yeah, you're right. You're way more right than I am. How about that? Even that guy that was playing badly against Bill, he could have known he went dry on those draws 5 times leading up to that. So on a large numbers basis, he is more likely to get that and win. Wait, so you think his stupidity, not stupidity, that you think his ignorance actually helped him in the situation? Flip a coin 20 times and hit all heads, you probably start to bet on tails, right? Most people would, yeah. Like, there are actual rules for this shit eventually. What do you mean there are actual rules to this? Oh fuck, I didn't realize how dark it was in here. My fault. I know y'all were just dying to see my pretty face. simply is impossible to hit 100 heads in a row in your lifetime. Is it impossible? I would say it's unlikely. God, I sound like such a cunt right now. Like, I'm just being such a contrarian. Like, okay, I'll grant you this. If I am the only one that's allowed to flip heads 100 times, then it is wildly unlikely. Yeah. But like, in the history of humanity, it's like, I don't know. I've seen some I like, the problem, especially playing RuneScape, man, I've seen some wildly unlikely shit. Like, we're talking like astronomical drops. And like, I'm not hand waving the amount of like numbers that is. I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about just one person, nobody has ever seen anything that unlikely in their entire life, probably. Right. So the problem is, what we're saying, like, if it's just me and there's just one coin, and I have the rest of my life to go and do 100 heads, yes, it's like, the odds of that happening before I die is whatever. But if you have 14 billion coins constantly going, then it's like, okay, you know, the odds start to becoming closer and closer in your favor. But yeah, you're right. If it's just one coin, then it becomes an issue. I don't even know what we're talking about. Talking about that guy could have had a situation where he bet on heads 20 times in a row and lost, so now he is betting on the tails against wheels. Right. Bill sees it as logical and stupid, whereas the guy was just playing the odds. Well, playing the odds is stupid, right? But But it's only stupid if it doesn't work. There we go. Increased odds, not the increased. Not the increased odds, not the increased odds. Right, it's stupid. Yeah. It's all good. Unless it goes heads instead of tails. Because in that moment, regardless if it went 50, regardless if it went 99 to 100, on that flip, it's still 50-50. If, of course, we're assuming that the coin is completely, like, crafted in such a way that it isn't truly a 50-50 flip. It's not 50-50 to them. It doesn't matter. Regardless of what their perception of reality is, it's still 50-50. I mean, there's people who believe that, you know, they've dedicated their lives to fucking worship a spaghetti monster in the sky. That, you know, and they really believe that. There's people that believe the earth is flat. They really believe that shit. But it's still, it's 50-50. It's either real, the earth is flat, or it's not. Yeah. What your perception of reality is doesn't... Right, yeah. The coin doesn't matter what you think. Just like the market doesn't matter what you think. You either win the coin flip or you don't. That's this whole Dogecoin shit issue. People thought they were fucking gods. There's a large number of factors to it. Out of 5 million crypto coins, one was probably to blow up stupid. Yeah? Or never. never isn't possible. Why do you say that? That fucking shit eating grin. What? I'm being serious. That's what I really believe. Man, you seem a little irritated about this conversation. I feel like I've struck a nerve. I mean, look. My experience just comes from you mad, bro. No. I won't you mad, bro. Or I won't you mad, bro. You. I'm just saying that. Like it's all in your head. Unless there's some obvious like we're of course assuming that we are playing a completely fair. Oh my goodness. We're of course assuming we're playing a completely fair like fight, right? Like. Those numbers don't matter. I don't know what to tell you, man. Those numbers simply don't matter. Because in that it's like, let me see if I can figure out how to explain this. Like, I wish I had MS Paint. Someone who is a tightrope, someone who walks a tightrope across, like, I was gonna use the Twin Towers, but they're gone now. But hypothetically, two buildings that are 100 stories tall, and he's walking across the tightrope. Like, it doesn't matter if it's 1 foot off the ground or 100 stories off the ground. He either walks the tightrope or he doesn't. If he falls off of the tightrope when it's 1 foot off the ground, like, he's still lost. If he's on the 99th floor and he gets across, then he got across. It doesn't matter how many tightropes he's crossed, he still either gets across or he doesn't. Oh fuck. You're gonna get me killed. The difference is in the tightrope walker's head. That's the only difference. Of course, we're assuming that the wind current is the exact same as, you know, at 99 stories than it is at 1 story. I'm not, obviously, all these factors that they, like, we're of course assuming this is a completely, oh, no, it's no different. Okay, fine, then. Yeah, okay, good. Then we're talking, it's no different. Like, if we're treating each other like adults, then it's like, we agree that it's all, like, we can walk away from the semantics. We don't have to bring up semantics. then yeah, it doesn't matter. It's truly in the guy's head. And when he is, and so here's a question: do you think that the tightropist is going to perform as well on the 99th story as he would on the first floor? I'm done with coins and tight ropes. Okay. And poker. Yep. I will say though, I love situations like that. God, when I like those moments when you're in, like, here's the thing. People who think like it's not a 50-50 and you keep flipping the coin and it lands on heads and it lands on heads, those are the most fun situations with the most fun people to be in, because they do not thrive in chaos, and what's happening in that moment is complete chaos for them. And every time you keep landing on heads, they keep like disassociating from reality. And like those moments when you're like staring at each other and it's like you flipped it 7 times and you gotta flip it one more time to land on heads. The reward isn't what you win, it's literally watching them completely stop believing in what they have perceived reality to be. It's so beautiful. When really it's just 50-50. That's all it is. Anyway, I'll end on those. I'll end on that. Well, a coin definitely is 50-50. Large number part of it, no. If you flip 100 coins, you are like one. Right. Until you get to 99 and 100. I 100% agree. Like if you took a genuine bet that you like before you flipped any coins, that I think I can flip this coin and land heads 100 times, like, yeah, you're a fucking idiot. I would take that bet all day.
I said, listen up, children.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, all right.
A wonderful night is made as much by the dancers as the music. Guided as much by the spirit of joy in the room as by the hand which reaches for the next breath.
shit is fun though, man. God, I've had some fun times working at a pool hall. It's just, man, yeah.
We shouldn't be able to distinguish between the dancer, and the dance floor.
Just all of it, really.
I said
God,
proselytize your neighbor. And now convert you
it.
to a believer.
The type of people that show up to a pool hall at 11 p.m. on a Wednesday afternoon, or excuse me, 11 p.m. on a Wednesday. You just there's a level of guilt. There's a level of guilt that the general population has with gluttony or a hedonistic lifestyle, and a place like that attracts people who have completely detached from that guilt, and the shit that they do is, you can't pay for that kind of entertainment. The type of cartoon characters that walk through that fucking door, man. Like, it. I would have never quit that job if I didn't want to make more money. It's so fun. It is so fun to just, like, I mean, it's a TV show. It's straight up a fucking TV show. I remember I was working at the pool hall, and I was thinking, like, if I could just set up, like, my computer, my webcam, and just film the 9-foot tables where people were playing One Pocket, and just the ridiculous conversations that they had, it would have been a gold mine. But yeah, all right, I'll see you in a minute. I'll see you in a minute. welcome back. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I gotta do now. Okay, here we go. Cool. I guess I'll. Yeah, I guess I'll just use food now. All right. Oh, fuck. It's funny because the people working there will be normal as fuck because they're at their jobs, but the customers are like another breed. um, I don't know, man. Sometimes I felt like the insane asylum was ran by the prisoners. It was just a. I think it was just a straight up madhouse. I mean, again, god damn, it sounds so fucking cringe for me to say, but it's all like a spectrum. I would say that, like, so there's a spectrum of the people who, of the customers, and then there's a spectrum of the people who work there, and, like, bro. They might have been worse. Like, I'm serious. They might have been worse. Specifically at my spot. Like, I'm not saying that's for everywhere, but like, yeah. The pool was tainted. Like, every coworker that I had some shit going on, myself included. I think it was like I almost want to say that it was like a mandatory requirement to have that job. I mean, like, yeah, you just can't. You gotta be okay with seeing some wild shit. I'll put it that way. But then there were a few people. I would say that the bar actually made people that way, because people who were like new workers that showed up, they were relatively normal. It was the ones that have been there for a while that were like they just thought differently, and I think that's how I think the bar actually like weeded out the you either molded to the environment or you didn't. And I say this with complete love, by the way. Like there's actually a few people who show up to my stream rarely, but they show up to my stream and they work there, and real sweet people. But they definitely live their life in a not traditional way, and I would even say they would say that. Again, it doesn't mean that they're bad people or whatever, but they're just like just different. Anyway, yeah, I mean, like, I guess it really just depends on what your belief is as far as like wild shit or whatever, but I would definitely say that people who ran the bar, they did not live a typically normal lifestyle. Anyway, whatever, who gives a shit, right? Literally no one asked.
That's why our hearts have beat.
Anyway.
Music is life. Music is life. That's why our hearts have beats. That's why our hearts have beats.
Yo, the court beat bottom, by the way. What do you mean?
Music is life. That's why our hearts have beats.
Oh my god. That just scared the shit out of me. Vaccine mandate is canceled by the issuers. We'll see. For now. suspended it, as in,
That's why our hearts
meaning
have
like this is no longer a topic up for discussion. Also, how is OSHA in this conversation? Don't they do shit for like construction? Federal court shut that shit down temporarily, and OSHA was like, yeah, you know what? We're not able to do this.
That's why our hearts have beats.
Ah, gotcha. Interesting. We'll see. I mean, man, it was... Still think they'll have court. They'll have court over it though. Yeah, I'm not convinced. I think OSHA was forced by the federal court to sit the fuck down. Okay, yeah, you gotta go. Means I can kill these skeletons without feeling bad about not reading chat. Wait. Did I... I'm a true buffoon.
picture. You always feel like you don't measure up. I wish you would see you don't have to be everything to everyone. Nothing to prove, no need to be flawless to be loved. Even if all you give is failing, when all you build comes crashing down, and you're left with nothing,
come a time in your life when you will ask yourself a series of questions. Am I happy with who I am?
Am I happy with who I am?
Am I happy with the people around me?
Am I happy with the people around me?
Am I happy with what I'm doing?
Am I happy with what I'm doing?
Am I happy with the way my life is going?
Am I happy with the way my life is going?
Do I have a life?
Do I have a life?
Or am I just...
Be quite
Find your
cringe
strength in
when,
the sound.
Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done. Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done.
It's only 2? Wow. I thought it was like 5. Oh.
Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done. Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done. Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done. Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done. Will I die? Will I die? Never knowing. Never knowing. Will I die? Will I die? Never knowing. Never knowing. What could have done. What could have done.
It be.
Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done. Will I die? Never knowing what I could have been or could have done.
Hmm. Wow. Thank God I did that, huh? Need to do it every single time. Lol. I'm gonna be really butthurt if I need a rope. Not just fall all the way down so I don't have to breathe anymore. Come on. Come on. tedious. busy.
I'm feeling broken. I'm feeling broken. I'm feeling broken. I'm feeling broken.
Am I missing something here? You. What the? Do I gotta get closer? What the fuck? I can't. I don't know why. Okay. Oh boy. Okay, I guess. Whatever. All right. Very odd fight. I don't remember it being this odd. Oh my god. Jesus. Ooh, note to self. Don't turn off Protect from Prayer when you're about to kill these guys. That's so fucked. I might believe it. Maybe I wouldn't. I probably wouldn't. Actually, I probably, yeah. Because I constantly overestimate people in business. Therefore, like when they do, okay, I can't keep doing this stupid shit. I am now in a real fucked up situation. Well, I can't really get into it, but if I could, I wouldn't anyways, because it's a doozy. Oh man. Yeah. Think the company is going to start engaging in a very big way. Uh-oh. I now have no metric. This is now off my grid of metrics. What are they? Is the company now going to get involved with sacrificing the employees' souls to demons or something for insubordination? I don't know. I don't know how much, like. Ugh. You're like, no, worse. Worse? You're like, actually, I thought you were thinking that was the first step. You now have 4 degrees more ridiculous to go. I don't know. I didn't know there were 4 more degrees. I thought that was the most ridiculous possible scenario. No. You're so unequipped to even have this conversation. Yeah, I am. I don't even know what kind of conversation this is anymore. Like, I am completely out of my element. God bless those men. God help them. Multiple times a day. Good God. Daddy Shark. All right. Check out the skill seasoning. Oh yeah, no, I definitely gotta put this in. It's prayer. Put a lot on the line for this deal. Basically signed a blood pact. Is the juice worth the squeeze? I gotta be honest with you, man. That really does not sound like you. It sounds completely out of your character. I mean, you sound very, very confident that I get shit done for what needs to happen. I mean, so the juice is worth the squeeze, but like, yeah, I can't possibly comprehend what you would be dealing with that would put you at that kind of risk. Not a risk, it's a guarantee require to facilitate what needs to be done. No, that's not what I meant. Maybe it is, I don't know. Give me 1 second, I gotta use the bathroom, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. So I was like, you got involved in a business and they, like, because you saw the reward was worth the risk. But to get involved with it, you had to sign a contract that if this doesn't go well, then you're in lifelong slavery. That means that the juice has to be fucking amazing. Because I don't want to be a slave? You're already a financial slave. You just don't realize it. Oh no, I definitely realize it, yeah. Because if you become a complete slave, then it's like hopeless. You're never coming back from it. Whereas where I'm at, it's the difference between having $1 and having no dollars. If you have $1, there's a good chance you can turn $1 into $2, and then turning $2 into $4, and then $4 into $8, etc., etc. But if you have $0, it's like really fucking hard to make a dollar. That makes sense. Nah, once you become a slave, you become a slave. It's like, I mean, unless you buy your way out of slave, like, indentured servitude. It's a gamble. No, I wouldn't say that. I mean, technically, sorry. Technically, I did it with, it's not a gamble if you already lost. You've literally already become an indentured servant. It is a lot for me to lose personally because I actually would be considered free, is what I think you're saying. That's why it's so valuable for me to bargain with. lot for me to lose personally because I actually would be considered free is what I think you're saying. That's why it's so valuable for me to bargain with. I guess the question is, what is it? Like, what's the percent that, is it a 50-50 coin flip? Or is it, like, you already are what I would consider a economically shackled. Okay? Probably true. Ah. So are you... So you're saying you would... How to say this? Like, you would be risking... Are you saying you would risk going back into economical shackles? Yep, anyways, some big fucking contracts are starting to flow into... into my ether, or just your, like, the ether? Is this something that could benefit me, or... Interesting. Let me ask you something. I have no room to think about other variables right now. Do you think you would have had this opportunity to get involved with this if you weren't risking going back into economical shackles? Like, the people who gave you this opportunity, like, they wanted you to have to risk, like, genuine risk for you to have the opportunity to be involved with this. It's an opportunity I created. Nobody put me up to it. Interesting. Why risk it? You're already free. Why would you risk, like, why would you bet your freedom? That's crazy. That is, I don't know, let me Google the definition of crazy. mentally deranged, especially as manifested in a wild or aggressive way. Oh man, dude, I want to talk to you about this. Oh my god. Please, let's have this conversation. No. You're never as free as you think. That's a wild. I don't even know where to start with that comment. Like, okay, I actually have an article headline I want you to read real quick though. Biden asked FTC to immediately look into whether. Excuse me. You want me to read? Do you want me to read it out loud? I mean, I don't know if anybody's in here or not, so I don't think it matters. Biden asked FTC to immediately look into whether illegal conduct is pushing up gas prices. Gala is up 114%. Yeah, it is. But then immediately tasks people to assume crime is afoot. It must be exhausting to play a character all day. You know what I mean? I refuse to believe that Democrats are that fucking stupid. I genuinely refuse to believe that. So what I think is that he has to say this because it's all about optics. It's not what he feels, it's just him moving the piece on the chessboard. Yeah. This came out, that was months ago. Interesting. For whatever reason, it says 7/9/2021 on at the bottom left of the article, or at the bottom left of the link. Yeah, man. I mean, I don't even know what to say about that for real. Like, yeah, I refuse to believe that you're that incompetent. It's not him, it's the people that's like people that surrounded him, and I just refuse. Like, I choose to believe that this is all like just moving a piece of the moving a piece on the board because he can't take responsibility. It's got to be someone else's fault, right? Because to take responsibility would be him admitting what he did was wrong, or their cabinet admitting what they did was wrong. So they have to. Yeah, I can't live in a world where they genuinely believe that. And I'm not saying that just to say that. I truly believe that they don't think that. Yeah, this is all just like them playing a character. But I did, but I was kind of afraid that you pivoted the conversation and you didn't really want to talk about it, so I didn't want to bring it back up. But I appreciate you bringing it back up, so now I feel like we can have the conversation. What does financial freedom mean to you? Or I guess, tell me the tiers. Oh man, I don't even like. Oh, we could steer this conversation into so many different roads. I don't like. Let me think. So obviously you think I think what you were implying is that you think there's like levels of economical slavery. So, can you put a dollar on the levels of economic slavery? Does that make sense? Like, if you're paycheck to paycheck, obviously you're like fucking miserable. And then there's like, you have $15,000 in your bank account or some shit. Like, can you gate it like that? Or can you bracket it? Can you see it as a defined line, or is it more like gray? Well, yeah, you were saying that you're never as free as you think you are. And so, the defined line. Ooh, then let's talk about it. What are the lines? Depends on liberties, but you do anything and everything whenever you want. It's the line. Liability. Depends on liabilities, but you do anything and everything whenever you want. Is the line. How does liability play a factor? Interesting. If you have more liabilities, the dollar number goes up. If you have to pay 200K a month, well, that line is going to be pretty high. Ah, okay, okay. Right, so that's, but that basically is, expenses too, which is theoretically very high too. You have to pay, wait. Yeah, expenses too, which theoretically very high too. Right, but that's all. So a lot of this is like two very large factors. Is like what is your threshold of what you want to do, and then like, yeah, what do you want to get away with, and then what kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Now, that it sounds like the same thing, but it's two different. But I'm saying it wrong. It's like you want to just be able to speed on the highway with zero regards for the speed limit. And if you get pulled over, it's like, whatever, fuck it, I'll get my lawyer. I'll send the ticket into my law firm, and they'll pay the ticket, and that it is what it is. But I want to drive fast on the road. Then all it is a slap on the wrist. And then the more money you have, like the more doors are available to be open to you. But like, you don't want to just eat babies. Then, like, if that's not like a door that you want to open, that's something that you don't feel like you're missing out on, is like being able to literally murder somebody and get away with it. Then, if you just don't want to have a hobby of just like, like doing like obscene shit. Yeah, but even if they take your license, then you can hire somebody to drive you around. If you have the money. And then they can just keep getting their license suspended, and you can just keep rotating new people to drive for you. If you just like have the money, you're not driving at high speeds anymore. I guess so, yeah. Then you yourself are not driving at high speeds. That's true. Then how do you get away with that? What's the difference between law breaking and legal? And what's the difference between law breaking and legal stuff? By the way, this is a wild conversation to just have on the stream. Like, legit. I don't know, consuming stuff or buying anything. So do you have, like, you must have like a bucket list of stuff that you want to do before you die. Yeah, but then you're still limited to just Germany, right? So I guess the question is, it's like, you must have a bucket list of shit that you want to do before you leave this existence. So are we going to admit you're never free? I'm never free, or we're never free? Yeah. I mean, there's some limitations to money. Even if you have every single door imaginable open at your disposal, I mean, you still have the limitations of a human. Like, yeah. Well, disregard the human limit. That's really hard to do. I mean, like, there's some things that nobody can do. Like, you can't just shoot the president. I don't even know if I want to say that. Like, you can't just shoot someone in broad daylight and get away with it. It doesn't matter who you are, what you, like, nobody can just do that. I don't even think someone sitting at the highest office in, on the planet could do that and get away with it. And specifically not everywhere. Okay. So what are we talking about then? Because that's the only, like, that's the only thing that I'm able to wrap my head around as far as, like, freedom within the law. Oh. No, but I don't... Is that something that I want to do? I mean... okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, then you can always just keep upping the ante. Like, I guess it, okay, so that's the, well, I think there is a, like, it starts getting to a point where, like, man, Oh, reason, let's stop fucking around with the word reasonable, or, like, that's not where the fun part of this conversation is. Yeah. Okay. I I mean, I've heard of sultans doing some wild shit. Yeah, so let's say you have enough resources to take your favorite people and even like some of their favorite people that you're not even really friends with on private jets, and like y'all are able to go travel across the world for years and years and years. And it's just like a giant excursion, and like money is like it's not a it's not an option, or it's not a factor, right? Like it's a pretty high degree of freedom. Yeah. Guess my question, like, so what are you never free from? I guess my question, I don't give a fuck if I can do that or not. That's the problem. I don't desire that, therefore I don't care if that is possible for me. That's the issue that I'm having. Like, if you're someone that like desires to do that, and that's like a goal you want to achieve before you leave this plane of existence, I can see how that would be a driving factor. But it's not for me. I have a really low. I guess I have a real low bear. Right, we already said that the bar height changes. I feel like I need to ask a question right now, and I'm not asking it, and I'm quite sad at myself. Not doing what needs to be done. I feel like there's a question I need to ask, and I can't. Yeah, I can't come up with it. No, not. I feel like there's a question that I need to bring to the conversation, and I'm not asking you a specific question that I need to ask. And like, how much is enough? Doesn't really feel like the question I need to ask. I mean, you must have figured out like what your number is, right? Like what your goal is. But then the problem is, how many times? Because you've been in this obviously longer than I have. So how many times have you hit your goal and then it's moved? So you've never had a number then. You've never set a bar for yourself and then you broke it and realized that you need more. Do you feel like setting a number for yourself is limiting? That's why you've never done it? Right? Like you said, it's not about money. You said it's not, yeah, you said earlier in this conversation. Why am I so stuck on numbers? I'm stuck on numbers because I guess because I have a general idea of how much I need to make. It only facilitates a degree of freedom. And how big of the freedom factor, or of the pie chart of freedom, how much is money part of the pie chart? Oh shit, a lot. Law. Death. Taxes. Yeah, let's start with death and taxes. Am I at least getting warm? Well, everybody dies. And the more money you make, the harder it is to avoid paying taxes. So, what are you trying to accomplish then? If you're not trying to accomplish, see how this just hits a dead end? It hits a dead end because we're kind of having a conversation, like, I'm not able to, like, I'm not able to, fuck, how do I say this? I'm not able to, it's like honestly, I'm doing shit and I'm talking to you via Twitch chat, and it'd probably be better to do it like over, do it over like Discord or something like that. Obviously, I wouldn't do that like on stream, but kind of I don't know. I'm having a bit of an issue trying to figure out what I don't know, dude. What are you? What are okay? Here's a bit. I guess I should ask you that question. What are you never free from? I'm sorry, this is just the first time I've ever had this conversation, so I don't exactly know where to go from here. Or I don't know the pattern of how to have this conversation. So it's brand new for me. It's very exciting. Same thing as everybody else, although I do hit a higher degree. Okay, so then what's the point? If you're chasing in the constraint. Yeah, exactly. So like if you know you're limited, this is not nearly as hard of a conversation as I'm making it out to be, man. I apologize. So it's not about doing things. It's about having the ability to do it. Yeah, that's the problem in this conversation, man. It's my fault. I'll ask again. What are you never free from? I'll ask again. What are you never free from? What does it matter what I'm never free from? Why do I have to define what I'm never free from? No, it's not that it doesn't. It's not that it doesn't matter. I'm asking why, like, why does it matter to define it? Nah. I'm doing the Temple of Ikov. I've already got the ice gloves. Hero's Quest. Done and done with. we don't want to define it, what else would we do? It feels like the conversation. The conversation is it feels like you're wanting me to say my full side without you saying anything. Like, every time I ask you what, like, what limits you're holding your cards to your chest in this combo quite a bit. And I'm assuming it's because you want to see how I'll, like, you don't want to influence my decision on how I look at this. And just fair. Yeah, I don't really feel like influencing it because you wanted to talk about it, right? Honestly, I don't even really know what we're talking about anymore, to be completely honest. I don't even really know what the question is. Right. I can't think of anything, like, honestly, I can't think of anything else but death. Seems to be the only thing that you can't escape. Everything else is up, like, truly everything else is up for grabs. Because at some point, I assume that some human somewhere has done everything that a human can possibly do. Up to the limits that humans have at the moment. So if a human has done it, then you theoretically have a option of being able to do it too. God. Oh, hey, yeah, search for trap. Probably should have done that. Whoops. If you want to stop having the conversation, we can. It sounds like I missed that. I have a few things I have to read. No, you're fine, man. Honestly, we can stop talking about it if you. Kind of sounds like. If you want to stop talking about it, we can. Right, yeah, I agree. We're not. Yes. We're not free. Quality of life. That's my answer. Just because you're not free doesn't mean you can't be comfortable. You're not really leveraging your freedom as much as you're leveraging your comfortability. Ooh, okay. I feel like I just unlocked the next piece of the conversation. So what is it? What is it then? No, don't, you can't glide over it like that. I'm not gonna let that happen. Because I agree, comfort isn't object. Oh, comfort, I'm sorry. Comfort is not objective. It's pretty much the point. Ah. I read that wrong. Fucking dyslexia. Comfort is not objective. Comfort is a what? I'm sorry, I thought you meant, I read that as like, comfort is not about objects. I get ahead of myself sometimes. And then I was gonna say, yeah, I agree with that, it's not about things. Comfort isn't about things. But then, you were saying that comfort isn't objective, which means that comfort is to some people comfort is about things. Okay, so why did you tie comfort to quality of life if it isn't about things? Because a lot of people think that comfort is tied to things. Are we talking about a lot of people now? No, we are not. We're talking about... I appreciate you catching me on that. Yeah, no. So what... Well, so, okay. Comfort is not objective. It's pretty much just the point. I would agree, but there's like some things that are objective to the human condition, like, you know, clean drinking water, enough food to sustain your caloric body fat. But once you get past like your needs as a human for comfort, it starts to get a little subjective, right? So yeah, you do have certain human needs, right? I feel like I just need to take another Adderall. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't even really know what we're talking about anymore, to be completely honest. Basically, comfort is subjective, aside from the obvious. But I would say that, like, levels of, no, that is a good point. If you compromise your human needs to like clean water, that would be a really big mistake for your comfort. Right, but even some people would argue that if you compromise your, some people think that their needs are to be above being above economic slavery. Then again, we're not talking about most people. So if you're comfortable with risking going back down into economic slavery, then that's on, yeah, then go for it, right? If you're comfortable with it, then, yeah. Right. If financial hardship or poverty wasn't comfortable, how do you explain society? I would say, would say it's not comfortable. But you did sign something that, like, you'd have to get a job or something like that if things go south. Which means that you would be sacrificing your time. Or you would have to sacrifice your time to survive or whatever. Biggest, I would argue. Not to be dramatic, but I would argue it's the biggest. Because my time is more valuable than what I think the world is willing to give me for it. The free market doesn't determine the value of my time. So since the market values my time so low, then I choose not to. You're already trading it. True. So it's fear. Oh, cool. Yeah, you just go ahead and log me out. What's more valuable than time? I've never heard of something more valuable than time. So this will be interesting. We'll take one of two guesses what I'll tell you. Freedom and Yeah, I just say freedom. But then you're arguing quality over quantity. Honestly, I'd probably say happiness. Because it doesn't matter if you live 1,000 years. If you're miserable the entire time, I'd rather live like 10 years and be truly happy and fulfilled than live 1,000 miserable lives, like 1,000 miserable years. So quality of life is more valuable than time. So quality of life really isn't more valuable than time. It's not? Somewhat of a paradox because it's just time plus happiness, so it's still time. What do you think is up with that? Am I just talking around in circles? Sorry, man. It is kind of odd though, right? What is it about, like, if you have every resource at your disposal and you can't be and you don't have a high quality of life, what does that say? Is it the fact that you just don't have the knowledge to be able to acquire the specific resources to then have a good time? Or like, is it something that can be quantified? What, or is it just straight up like addiction? Like you're addicted to doing, like, going down the same path expecting a different result? I know a lot of people with really high quality of life that don't have a good time. they don't have every resource, and also they have a high quality of life. You make it sound like they're poor. God, I'm really tired of having this conversation. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't. You win. I don't know. I don't know where we're going. You win. I give up. You're the victor. Let me go. Ugh. You really stepped into the dragon's lair on that one. I think it'd be a better conversation if we actually like were on call, because I feel like we're arguing two different topics. I don't really understand. Like, I feel like I don't really understand what you're arguing at times, and it's hard to. It's just hard to keep up.
River flows, finally we're close.
No, it's not It's like it's not an argue. It's not arguing. It's not like we're fighting or something. Like, it's like we're just
I wake up to stand in the light for you.
I don't even know an example of. The real problem is that my Adderall's wearing off. Yeah, and that's the problem. Like, we were going down a rabbit hole to a point where I didn't even know like where we were even anymore. Even like the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland was like, bro, I don't know, man. We started the conversation off with like talking about demons, like sacrificing your soul to demons, and that was only stage 1, and there were 4 more stages to go. So it was like, even the caterpillar was like, I don't know. Diamonds and butthole. That's how this conversation started. I cannot believe I only have 162 questions. That doesn't make a bit of fucking sense.
This is how we start
Fuck. Well, bro, I swear to God, I think someone sold my Discord account to some sort of like Discord telemarketer shit, because I get crypto scam advertisement after crypto scam advertisement all the time, and I cannot, like, they just will not fucking stop. Interesting. All right, I'll look into that. Fuck, man.
Turn them on if I do need to mess with somebody.
This is how we start forever.
I think it's being hidden right now because I'm streaming. Anyway. Yeah. I think I'm gonna hop off streaming, but yeah, if you wanna like talk on Discord or whatever, I'll be down. I don't know, dude. I just can't, like, my energy just, like, I guess so, yeah. Fuck. So tired now. I could take, like, a 2-hour nap and still, like, hang out for the rest of the day. Feels like. But, yeah, either way, I gotta get off. So, I will talk to you later, man. Appreciate you hanging out. It was a lot of fun. I gotta really think about that conversation, though, for real. I'd be lying if I said I'm not gonna read this conversation again. But anyway, another time. See you later.